sometimes I feel with my business, like I feel that the best of me comes when I'm not in the nitty-gritty of it.
Here's something that is powerful to consider. When you are in a step one moment, you know what that means, when you are aware of what you don't want. Don't try to make that step one moment a step three moment. Put some distance between the two. And by some distance, we mean time, space, time, mostly time, but time and space. Don't ask yourself to suddenly turn on a dime and offer a vibration that is the antithesis of what you are feeling right then and there. Law of attraction will not allow it. Law of attraction will not say to you, well, you've got this momentum going. You've got this momentum going. What we're saying is, oh, hear this. We've not said this before. There is value and power in allowing the momentum of unwanted to grow. If you don't allow the problem to get bigger, little problems bring little solutions. Big problems bring big solutions. Yes? Just know the distinction. Just know the distinction. So give it all you got, let the problem grow, and then take a nap. And when you wake up, maybe you'll be in the receiving mode of the solution, but don't immediately go back to the problem. Because there are people that hold themselves in the problem mode their whole life. You hear them. It's just complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint. And oh, they've created this whopping vortex, this magnificent vortex. And all the inner beings were over here just dancing, just waiting for just a glimpse in our direction of what they really want. But oh no, they are problem oriented because that's the way they've been taught. Find resonance with the solution.
So in that situation, when you see the gardeners not doing quite the thing, right? So what I'm kind of trying to figure out is like, I will see it going on and then I won't get stuck in it. I'll be like, all right, 5 minutes, whatever, let's move on. And I almost feel like it's easier to just hand that problem off to somebody else and say, you figure out a new gardener and move on.
Have you ever heard of someone called Jesus? He said, turn the other cheek. Mm-hmm. That's what he meant. That's what he meant. You've seen this. Now, look over there.
Because it feels that staying in that connection and in the flow of the good feeling and just trusting that the solution is coming.
So are you saying that you could actually be having a step one moment consciously and feel good about it? We call that step 5. Step 1 is know what you don't want. Step 2 is ask, which you can't help but do. Step 3 is you get in the receiving mode of what you're asking for. Step 4 is get really good at that. Find resonance with your solution more and more and more of the time. And step 5 is slip back into contrast, but don't beat up on yourself about it because you know the value of contrast. What about fine-tuning? What about fine-tuning? Esther did that with her treehouse the other day. She got up in the treehouse and she thought, I remember when this treehouse thrilled me more. So she felt a little absence of thrilling. And then she thought, I could look other places for things that thrill me, or this treehouse could thrill me a little more. This treehouse still has some juice in it. There's more here. So she looked around and she thought, the paint is peeling over there and over there and over there. And this door is sticking. And this piece of glass is letting moisture in between it, so it's fogged. She deliberately let herself put life back into the treehouse by acknowledging that there were things about it that she would like to be different. And when she left the treehouse, she felt better about it than she had in a long time. Because the contrast she allowed herself to witness caused energy and therefore momentum to flow. And that's what life is. You live this life as a reason to allow the energy that creates worlds to flow through you. Now, there are many who would say, Esther being one of them in the past before she understood this so well, aren't there other things more important for you to focus upon than a treehouse that's already finished? It doesn't matter what you are using as your reason for focus. Source energy will flow. And the point is energy flowing. Finding something that you're focusing upon, that you are asking energy to flow. You are the project. You didn't come to create world peace. You came to find personal satisfaction and contentment. You didn't come to solve the problems of the world. You came to define your own problems and bring solutions to those. You are the project. You are the important project. You are the joy-seeking project. You are the life-flowing project. And everyone like you has direct access to all of this. You don't need to save the world. In fact, you can't. They all have equal access to this energy. Everyone has contrast. Everyone has a vortex. Everyone is summoning energy. Everyone is either letting it in or not letting it in any moment. And you certainly can uplift them and assist them by demonstrating through the clarity of your own example how to live joyfully and happily ever after. But you didn't come to save a world that doesn't need saving. You came to demonstrate your own joy that others might find theirs as well.
So are you saying then that if you are, so there, I feel like there's the three phases where Esther saw, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we did something with a treehouse? And then there is the part where she's like kind of figuring it out. And then there is the treehouse being finished, right? So those are like the three in this particular project. So is it then, as long as she's in there figuring out these little things that need to be fixed, as long as she's having fun with fixing those things, is it useful? Or would it be more useful to just say, hey, I want somebody to fix this up, just make it nice for me?
You have to figure that out for yourself. If it's something that's really bothering you, then it's better to turn your attention from it. But the most delicious creating is to have knowledge of how this all works. And so to realize that you're having a step 1 moment and being all right with it, which makes it a step 5 moment really. But to realize that you're having a step 1 moment and that there is a bounce from it and that energy is now flowing because of it. Now, here's another statement that we have not made this clear before. Energy flows because of your attention to unwanted. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. Haven't you heard us say that endlessly? When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. There's a clarification in that because every subject is really 2 subjects. So if you have a lot of clarity within you about what you really don't want, unbeknownst to you, you've got a lot of clarity within you about what you do want too. You just don't have access to it this red hot minute because you're focused over here. Well, doesn't that mean that focusing over here is of benefit because it creates this? Yes, that's why you came into this body. You said, let me at it. Let me be exposed to contrast that will cause me to give birth to more. To more. So the contrast causes you to give birth to more. And when you are like you or like Esther, where you understand this, you understand your guidance system. Esther didn't really go into any sort of negative emotion about the treehouse. It was just this comfortable light. Wouldn't it be nice if? I remember when it felt more exciting. And then right in the middle of those thoughts, she started feeling a little energy move toward it. And she started thinking about some things that might be fun, might be satisfying to do. Not because they need to be done. You see, that's what gets you in a bound up place. If you've got a problem that needs a solution,
what do we do then?
You're in deep doo-doo. Because when something needs a solution and you're all wrapped up in the need, so I need this thing I am preventing. 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 But I'd like this thing. I'd like this. I would like to feel that way again about this, and I would like this. Well, soft, gentle desire is the most powerful desire in all the world. Soft, gentle focus about things you want is the most powerful state of being. Because you want it and you allow it. Oh, thank you very much. You want it and you allow it. Oh, thank you very much. You want it and you allow it. Oh, thank you very much. So, Thursday, before Esther left the property, without anybody making a phone call to anyone about any of the madness and mayhem that had been happening on the property with the gardeners, 8 trucks from the same company showed up on the property. And there were over a dozen men, maybe 20, with all kinds of equipment, just moving everywhere around the property. And everyone was saying, who are they? Why are they here? What's going on? And in one day, they transformed everything that had not been the way Esther wanted it to be into what she wanted it to be. And she's saying, did you call them? Did you call them? Did you call them? Nobody called them. Nobody called them. The universe called them. The universe called them. They came in response to Esther's desire. And Esther, she was taking a walk around the property at the time when she's looking at this truck, and the name of the company is on all of them, and she's thinking, this is pretty exciting. And then she's seeing mowers everywhere and weed eaters everywhere and riding lawnmowers everywhere and people everywhere. And she can see that they really know what they're doing. And she is walking and jumping and clapping her hands together and walking and jumping and clapping her hands together. Her eyes are bright, and one person after another introduced himself to her. 3 of the men that were on the property were managers. It's like everyone in the company came and in a day solved Esther's problem. In a day. In a day. In a day.
So it's almost, it feels like it's when there is that strong desire, like there is this thing that needs to be fixed. It's almost not.
Let's not call it a strong desire. Let's call it a clear desire. And let's call strength non-resistant. You see, what humans think a strong desire is almost always includes a lot of resistance. I really, really want this because you've gathered all of your resistance to fix it. That's not a productive desire. That's a desire that you're contradicting with your own attention. That's actually the weakest of desires. What humans think is a strong desire is actually their weakest state of being because they're working against themselves. So it's a soft focus. A relaxed desire. It's ease and flow desire. It's a positive expectant desire. It's a wouldn't it be nice if desire. It's a ooh, I really love it when desire. It's oh, I would really like to see that desire. Oh, wouldn't this be fun? Wouldn't this be nice? And you almost never can get there in the middle of looking at what you don't want. You see? You got to put some space between.
So when we see the garden not being the way we want it to be, then the solution is to not get hooked into it, or?
It's even worse than that. It's not only do I see the garden not the way I want them to be, I see the culprits. I see the reason. I see the reason it is not. I see the ineffectiveness. I see the mower's not sharp. I see the lack of attention. I'm compounding it. I'm really making a case for it. Well, all the time you're making a case for it. Can you see what happened? Esther brought distinction to her vortex. There's an entrance into the main center building. Someday maybe you all will come and see. There's an entrance into the main center building that is big, beautiful stones, each one of them interesting in their own way. Esther will say, you're my favorite. Oh no, you're my favorite. Oh no, you're my favorite, because all of them are unique and beautiful, and there's grass growing between them. And the grass has become quite a tuft of grass. And so the first day that this new crew came, there was a very small person, a woman, operating the mower on that, and she wasn't strong enough to hold the mower steady across this tuft, and then there's a stone and then grass and then a stone and then grass and then a stone and then grass. She just couldn't do it. And Esther thought someone stronger needs to be on that mower. And the mower wasn't sharp, and so it made more of a mess. It was just a poor execution the whole way. Well, Esther said something about it, but it wasn't her saying something about it at the time that made the difference. It was her knowing how it could be. It was her desire about how it could be. What we're saying to you is focusing upon a problem puts a solution over here. And once the solution is there, if you're not focused upon the problem, then the solution can come to you. That's the thing. That's why we've been talking to you for so long about step 1, step 2, step 3. But humans, we love you so much. You want to do step 1, and then you want source to do step 2, and then you want to keep focused upon step 1 until source fixes it with step 3. Well, that's not how it works. You've got to let it go, and you've got to stop beating up on yourself. Esther was not wrong to notice the mess they were making.